Welcome back, Rico Moneybags. Today we're going to talk about what the FEG Army has said. We heard, they spoke. We're bringing it to them. The Smart DeFi deployer is what we're going to talk about today. The LaunchPad. These are some of the topics. We're going to talk about the giveaway as well. And I got some pictures from behind the scenes of the tokens that are testing out the testnet for the Smart DeFi deployer. So since this is what you guys wanted, make sure you guys stay tuned to the end of the video. And let's get this started right away. So these are going to be the topics we're going to cover today. We're going to establish the pre-sale, define the name, the symbol, and supply, meaning some of the restrictions that they might have or not have, personalize the taxes and fees, launch on Binance / Ethereum network, the lock token liquidity, implementing the Smart DeFi staking protocol, utilizing the asset backing and smart lending, so how much percentage is going to go to that, and compatible with CEX listings and DEX listings. And finally, last but not least, the customizable settings, so the taxes and how you can change them and how it works out for investors to wait. And also they got a 3-day grace period. That's what I was trying to get out there. So let's go ahead and talk about this really quick. We do have right now 100K FEG still giveaway. I saw a lot of people participating this. The window is still open, so just make sure you take a picture of the bell notification. Do not miss out on this giveaway, especially with the staking protocol. We can stake that FEG, and before things take off and this bull run really takes off, you're going to see some dividends coming in. Of course, let's get the cliche out the way. Not financial advice, but right here we had this amazing poll. I mean, look at the engagement, 238 votes. We got 5,100 views on it. And then the FEG Army has spoken. They want to talk about the Smart DeFi deployer. So that's what we're going to talk about today for sure. And then the Graphene wallet seems to be what's next, which is pretty interesting to me. So what I'm going to do this video, of course, the Smart DeFi deployer video. Then I'm going to drop a video on the Graphene wallet. So that's the area where you guys are going to want to like and subscribe this video if you made it this far, because you're not going to want to miss out when I do the Graphene video, because after that video, I'm going to do another poll since these two came so close. That's the FTW, the from the wallet, and the aggregator. We'll do another battle between these two and see what you guys want to hear about next after we do the Graphene video. Okay, so let's go on to the next. So yep, we're right here. We covered these details. Let's jump right in. Yes, we're going to talk about the Smart DeFi deployer, which is right here. But I thought that we should just get as much as we can from this. So let's start right at the top. Fully audited token LaunchPad for anyone to create a cryptocurrency. And we don't want to miss out on this, because this lets us talk about right away the audit. The audit that's done by Pexio on the smart contract for FEG and the Smart DeFi deployer. This contract is basically grandfathered in those tokens that launch on the Smart DeFi deployer. So just keep that in mind, that you basically can say that you're already audited by PexShield. And not like that. So if you guys got some coffee got me active. You guys go ahead and take a sip right now as well. That's where you guys like and subscribe. We took a coffee break live right there. Okay. So next we got Smart DeFi. It's fully audited token LaunchPad that allows project creators the ability to mint, pre-sale, launch, and build their staking protocol with the click of a few buttons. Smart DeFi provides the option of an ever-rising baseline value, smart lending. I have pictures of the smart lending being tested, so stick around to the end of the video if you guys want to see how it's already being tested on the Binance Smart Chain. So we are, from what Rock said inside this Smart DeFi Telegram, we are 99.9% or 99.9% away from this being really going on right now. So like I said, smart lending, interest-free loans, RFI or non-RFI token structured, meaning reflective tokens or non-reflective tokens, several trading tax options, being able to switch to tokenomics, of course, and much more. We're going to get into that much more as well. Smart DeFi tokens will be tradable on centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges, and can be paired with any token on the market: ETH, BNB, WRAP, BTC, USDC, USDT, BUSD, and etc. So got a lot of possibilities right there. I got some ideas as well, because I think there's so many ways that this can go. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to hear some of these ideas, where we can do some of these ideas and, I don't know, just come up with something. We got note, initial launch of the Smart DeFi token will be against the native token of the blockchain, ETH or BNB, or some of the ones that we said up above, right? When the token is created, the project owner will own the pair on both dexes, so the PCS and BiSwap and Uniswap and SushiSwap. Okay, so we got liquidity does not need to provide both Liquidity does not need to be provided for both dexes, so it's going to be automatically done on behalf, so like that for ownership purposes. The smart lending launchpad will be able to mint, aka create the token, host an internal pre-sale to launch with desired amount of liquidity, choose whether the token is reflective, that's that RFI we talked about above, or non-reflective, sending tokens passively to the holders' wallets with buys and sells and transfers. So those are those tokenomics that we are able to switch around and play with, giving the investors, those who are using the Smart DeFi contract, a 3-day grace period and letting them know what's going on. Allocate a percentage of the newly minted token to a growth fund for more future developments held by the team. Set a desired asset backing percentage for every buy and sell, a tax amount that is sent to the separate liquidity pool that only goes up. That's that baseline value that we're talking about, regardless of the market movement. That can be exchanged by burning the token and sending it to the dead wallet address. So keep that in mind. Now let's jump right into the Smart DeFi deploy. I know I made you guys wait a little bit. This was the main vote, but I thought we should have some of this. And let's get into what we have right here, and then I'm going to show you guys the pictures that I have of some testing actually happening live, because as we can see, you might have read this before, but this has been updated November 13th 2023, which is just a few days ago, and I think it's got some juicy details in here. So how much does it cost to launch a Smart DeFi token? Creating a DeFi token on either the Binance Smart Chain involves, anywhere from $10 to $20, or the ETH one would be $500 to $1,000. Okay, so keep in mind you're gonna have to keep some ETH or BNB depending what native blockchain token you use for gas. Okay, so if you're doing it on the Binance Smart Chain, you're gonna want to make sure that you have some BEP20, and if you're doing it on ETH, make sure you have some ETH, or just having BNB is what you need. You can also use BSC scan, use Etherscan, so like that you can track the GUI and how much the gas is going to cost. Like that you can better suit your economic needs as far as when is a good time to launch the token and when is not a good time due to gas prices. Okay, none of this is financial advice. If you want to launch it whenever you want to launch it, you can do that when that link is live. Hosting a pre-sale can incur small costs of the token creation, but offers advantage of allowing users to purchase the token at a fixed price. It also enables the accumulation of liquidity for a more stable launch. This is some interesting stuff right here, okay? So if the project creator of the Smart DeFi token possesses the necessary liquidity to support the token they are creating, they can save on the pre-sale costs. However, the liquidity must come from their own resources, okay? We got some more juicy parts right here. And I'm going to show you guys these pictures you guys are going to definitely want to see, ladies and gents. So we got, can the Smart DeFi token be listed on a centralized exchange? I told you guys, ladies and gents, to go check out that video or that AMA that was a recording that Steve Cha and RTR Crypto had, because there were some juicy details right there. But if we peel back what's going on every layer of this Smart DeFi contract, it's just ways to keep the investors safe. Current FEG investors, new investors to Smart DeFi. If you really pull back the context, it's really safeguards just to keep us safe, okay? And the same thing goes for this. Can we get listed on CEXs? I'm gonna read what they say, and then I'm gonna give you guys some details that obviously they cannot say, but I can say, because I don't have a NDA with anybody or nothing like that with these exchanges, right? So Smart DeFi deployers are not responsible for any issues or problems associated with attempting to get listed on Smart DeFi tokens on centralized exchanges, as each token must adhere to the technical and community standards of the set by the CEX. So all the rules that the CEX is saying. And when you sign up for a CEX, there's a non-disclosure agreement that maybe they're giving you a better deal than they gave somebody else. So the team cannot say that it's going to cost this much and it might cost you this much, because who knows what price they got compared to somebody else. So there's all these non-disclosure agreements, so they can't break that. But basically what they're saying, without saying it, is that there's going to be different price brackets, different things going on, that it might not be economically suitable for you in the beginning to do something like that, because it might cost too much. You guys will see as you guys start to grow. You guys will see what's up. I know you will. So we got, will Smart DeFi tokens be able to appear on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko? Of course they will. Can I use any symbols? No, you can only use letters and numbers. Okay, so keep that in mind. Can buy taxes be different from the sell taxes? Yes. During the tokenomic selection phase of the token creation process, the tokens can be adjusted. But I also want to add about that 3-day grace period. It kind of doesn't say right here, but even after the selection phase, and later on you want to change the taxes, you are able to do that if that's something that you want to do. But the investors slash users of this smart contract that you have created through the SmartDeFi LaunchPad will have a 3-day grace period. So keep that in mind, okay? Which, like I said, if we remove the context of that, once again, that is just another layer of safety, kind of giving us some time to make sure that we know what's going on and the liquidity can be snatched off or anything like that, right? And there's also a structure that they have of selling where it gets smaller and smaller and they can only do it by the week, which again, it's just we remove the context, just giving you another layer of protection and a little giving you a more time to make sure that somebody's not just trying to wipe it all off. Okay, we can only do so much out here. So what is the use for the liquidity pairing? Smart DeFi tokens can be paired to any token. The token selected for pairing will also be used for asset backing. Please note that this is not financial advice. While pairing with the native chain token like ETH or BNB is very common, pairing with a stable coin is also wise choice for asset backing purposes. This is something that I'm interested in. If you're interested in something that gives you reflective tokens, and I'm gonna say why right now, it's not financial advice, and I'm just gonna speak my ideas out there, no problem, because I think they're just good ideas. If somebody does it, it doesn't matter as long as it's out there. But I think have it asset backing by stablecoins creates less selling pressure overall. Where if you're getting paid or your reflective tokens are stablecoins, somebody can choose, it's up to them, right? To either stack up on their bag or they can just sell those stablecoins, which won't hurt your chart, right? But if they wanted to invest, they could also create buying pressure. So I think this type of scenario creates buying pressure compared to getting reflective tokens that people possibly could create selling pressure. Not saying that reflective tokens are not good. There are a lot of them that do very well. Obviously, we know of that. We've seen it with our own eyes with FEG token and whatnot. So just different perspectives, basically. How much liquidity must be locked? There's no minimum liquidity requirement for the locking. Without a locking period for the Smart DeFi token at launch, the team cannot allocate a dev/team share of the circulating supply or determine a dev team transaction tax percentage. These are some of the updates that were put on here, so make sure you guys adhere to these. How long is the liquidity locked for? There's no locking minimum, and it's not done in a time. It's done by days. Okay, so the liquidity is measured in days, allowing you to extend the lock period by the desired number of days, so not by time. Investors, notice that users/investors can easily check whether the project is locked and the duration of the lock, so we could always be able to check that out. So I got those pictures for you. Let's just get through this part right here. Locking LP within the contract. When a project deploys its LP tokens within the contract, there is a flexibility in deciding whether to move or lock them within the contract using SmartDeFi SD. The project creator can choose to burn a specific percentage of the LP tokens, essentially burning the token itself and leaving the asset paired with the token to appreciate against the remaining tokens, thereby increasing the price of the tokens. That's happening because of that baseline value keep climbing. So that's that scarcity. We're going to see that in the price action. Now, this is another layer of protection. That's why it's important you guys make it to this part of the video. However, there are limitations in place. Not limitations. This is more like protection for current FEG holders, current new Smart DeFi holders. There were some that are already in there, and there's going to be some more. This is not just limitations, but more so protection for investors. You can only burn up to 10% of the tokens locked inside the contract at a time. For example, if you have 100 tokens, you can burn 10 in the first attempt. In the second attempt, you have 90 tokens remaining and you can burn 9 tokens. Furthermore, okay, continuing that path, you can only perform this action once a week. This restriction protects investors from the token's price becoming excessively high and draining the liquidity. You see that? So just another layer of protection is really what we're having right there. Big shout out to the team. Big shout out to the alien himself. Rox, you guys know who he is. Very active right now. I must say, this is probably the most active I've seen Rox inside of that Smart DeFi deployer Telegram. And I'm not trying to say nothing bad. It's just that it's so close. You can feel the anticipation building up. And right now, all questions are being answered. So if you got any questions, leave them down in the comments or go ahead into the links that I have down below, okay? To be determined, we may develop a smart contract for locks if DEX tools, token sniffer, etc. are willing to cooperate with us. Users can send their tokens to the LP, receive LP tokens, and then send the LP tokens to the contract for locking. This allows different LP tokens to all be locked under the same locking period. Examples of the token pairs for this process include token BUSD and token BNB. All right, so like promised, let's go over these pictures really quick because this is from behind the scenes. This is from right there. This is the one that caught my attention the most. This is testing of the lending protocol where you don't have to sell your tokens and you don't have to get rid of your cryptocurrency, and you're able to do that 30-day loan that we just went over, right? Interest free right here. Look, this is working already. So this is just something that I'm very excited about. We've seen people ask questions how to do this, and right now all these questions are being asked and they're being answered in that SmartDeFi Telegram, which is just amazing because it's just perfect with the bull market right around the corner for us to push us into a bull run. And you see people testing the deployer, testing the transactions, testing, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly, just testing everything. Now we see this one's live. At first it wasn't live. So this is a lot of fun, and it's just really exciting to see everybody participate and all the questions instantly just being answered, right? Everybody's just kind of like, it's really in this upbeat kind of motion. Like, it's not like a stressful, like, oh my God, the SmartDeFi thing's coming out. No, it's like people are really having fun with this and trying different ideas, and they're doing this all on the testnet. So keep in mind, nothing has gone live and everything's being done on the testnet. So I appreciate you guys' support. Remember, the next video is going to be the Graphene wallet video, but make sure you guys like and subscribe, drink some coffee with me, and have that bell notification lit. So after that Graphene video comes out, we're gonna do another poll to see whether we do from the wallet the FTW or we talk about the aggregator. Continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.